There's going to be a lot of information in this video, so it might be a little bit longer, but hopefully you'll stick with me because it is important information. Hello everyone, my name's Sean. I'm a professional artist and teacher and YouTuber, as you can tell because you're watching me on YouTube. Hi, welcome if you haven't been here before. If you have been here before, you'll know what we're doing today. We are unboxing this month's ScrawlrBox. And yeah, I need to take the label off the back of that. Whilst I do that, let me get to what I alluded to at the start of this video. Yes, as I was saying, there's some information I want to tell you guys, and the best way to do that is just to talk to you. I believe in total transparency, so here I am being transparent. So, as most of you know, I'm a professional artist. I run workshops of different creative areas, and I do content creation. YouTube is part of my job, and as part of that, I have been researching my analytics, doing all of my due diligence, all of that kind of stuff. A big part of my channel over the last couple of years has been ScrawlrBox, unboxing videos and challenge videos. In fact, it makes up more than 75% of the content on my channel, which is a lot. It is a lot, and it means that sometimes other stuff gets pushed to the side. Doing some research on analytics, and I'm being really transparent here. It turns out that within the kind of ScrawlrBox niche, the ScrawlrBox sphere, my videos perform pretty well. They are actually performing pretty well, but in terms of YouTube as a whole, not so much. It's just that the kind of bubble of ScrawlrBox is not something that's being consumed and viewed. And as I said, this is part of my job, making content. So I am going to be bringing what I do day to day into the channel more. We're going to be doing more workshop stuff, we're going to be doing more instructional stuff. I'm actually going to be teaching you guys, I'm going to be learning myself and take you along on the journey. That's the direction that the channel is heading, but with a unique spin on it. So it's going to be slightly different, and I'm not ready to give away what that is yet, but I've given myself a month to get everything sorted, up and running and going. And then you'll see it and it'll be lovely and shiny and new, and hopefully you guys will love it and we can continue down that route. Now, of course, big changes aside, ScrawlrBox is still going to be part of this channel. I'm still going to be doing the unboxing. I'm still going to be doing the challenges for the time being. What I will be doing is doing them as a single video. So rather than before I would do the unboxing video, look at the supplies, swatch them out, go away, have a think, come back, and then do the challenge a couple of weeks later. No, that's now gone. I am going to be doing one video per ScrawlrBox, and that will be the unboxing, the looking at the supplies, and the challenge in a single video. It's a big task, but I'm up to it. I'm sure I am. But yeah, that's kind of the thing that I wanted to get across to you guys, is that I'm going to be changing things up. I'm going to be swapping things around, but that doesn't mean that the content that you love is going anywhere. It's still going to be there. I'm just going to be adding to it. So with that being said, let's get everything set up to unbox this ScrawlrBox, and let's see what we have this month. Well, hello there. See, some things never change. We've still got our trusty top-down camera. Let's have a look at what is in this box. So for those of you that don't know, ScrawlrBox is a monthly art subscription box. The contents of the box outweigh the cost of the box. There's a lot that goes into making these ScrawlrBoxes and the zine and everything else that goes into it. So yeah, always take that into consideration when we're talking about cost. But let's have a little look at what we have got this time. Oh, I like this. Very kind of spacey here. So this is our Scrawler zine. This is box 119, 119. It's July 2025. Not going to have a look at this just yet because it's going to spoil what our supplies are. Let's have a little look here. This looks like watercolor paper and potentially watercolors as well, though it looks a little bit chalky, so maybe some watercolor pencils or pastels or something like that. And we've got some black line work as well, so hoping a decent pen as well. Oh, we've got watercolor paper. That kind of confirms that we've got, if not watercolor, They're the water activated medium. 200 GSM, 10 sheets, acid free, watercolor paper. Yeah, nice texture. So a cold press. It's got a little bit of texture. Is it, or is it a hot press? No, that's a cold press. And then we've got our supplies here. So let's just move the box out of the way for just a moment. We'll have a little look inside at what we have. Okay, we have a Derwent water brush, so definitely something water activated. A Wham bar. Oh my goodness, Wham. If you are a person of my age, which is, you know, born in the 80s, I'm not going to tell you how old I am. These are iconic British confectionery. We love a Wham bar. I used to get these for, I think, 5p, maybe 10p on the way to school. Oh, love it. I've not had one for years, and I actually don't know whether they're vegetarian now, but I will find out because I desperately want this. Super for vegetarians, yay! Great. We have a Unipin fine liner 0.5. Yes, that is a good fine liner pen. I love Unipin pens. I've got a whole collection of them over here that I use all the time. They are my go-to pen because they have excellent waterproof ink. And then in here, special colour selection, especially for ScrawlrBox from Derwent. I have had this kind of box before, I believe, before I started recording ScrawlrBox, when I had my first couple. We had some ink tents, I think they were called, some intense sticks. Let's have a little look inside, if I can get this box open. Come on, there we go. And yes, that is exactly what we have. The ESPN is working hard for me today. Yeah, the last one that I had of these came in this same container, so I thought it looked familiar. Different colours though. Yeah, definitely different colours. In fact, I'm going to go and check. Yeah, these are the ones that we had before. I actually had two sets, so this is one that hasn't been used, been broken, but not used. So in effect, we have now got a 12 set of ink tents, and just to double check, yeah, they are all very different. Even the yellows are different as well. And the good thing with this is you can pop out the plastic at the bottom, and it goes over the top. There we go, keeps it all nice and safe and secure. Right, let's pop that back in there. It's very warm in the studio today, very, very warm indeed. Let's take this paper away. Of course, we've got our sticker, taken from the prints, of course, that we've got over here. Now, let us get rid of that. Let us have a look in the Scrawler zine. So, we have, yeah, ink tents, the sticks, and this says it was picked by the featured artist, who is, I didn't look this time, Jedediah Dore. Anyway, here are their social medias. Be sure to go and check them out. Remember, support fellow artists. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a rundown. I didn't have a look at this. We have got, ooh, that's a fat chisel tip. I don't know whether I'm going to be using that for the whole painting that I do with this. I think I'm going to have to break out some other paintbrushes because that's going to be a challenge in and of itself. So this is Jedediah. Oh, so lovely space artwork. I can see some gouache work in here, which is really, really lovely. Some lovely pencil work as well. Yeah, really, really nice. So we've got a little bit about Scrawler tips, the basics for the ink tents blocks. About blending and layering and making ink. By adding water, you can make a lovely ink with the pigment shavings. Scrape into a pot, add water, or you can just use them as watercolors and take it directly from the stick. That's what I've done before. Deep dive. So using Derwent ink tents blocks, it tells you how to do it. So galaxy, it's telling you how to make a galaxy. So actually you can't do all of this with the supplies that are in here because it's telling you to add washi tape, white acrylic paint, and an old toothbrush. But hey, if you're using extra things, that is entirely your choice. I tend not to if I can help it. Some advice from the artist. We'll have a quick read through all of this. Got some tips as well. Scrawler Gallery, Meadow Dwellers. Ah, yes, these were the pastel pencils, weren't they? Oh, Sue, I love this raccoon. That is really, really cute. And what's this? Outside in Art GB. This field mouse is adorable. Really, really lovely. We've got our top 3. So 9 Violets, Annette and Sean Perry. Yeah, again, just really, really fabulous work. Well done, guys. And we have Scrawler Showcase. Who's in our showcase this time? It's Carmel Estelle. Hello, Carmel. How are you doing? Carmel makes amazing artwork all the time. Definitely go and check out their social media. So it's Carmel _ Estelle on Instagram. And then we've got Orbiting the Imagination and To Infinity and Beyond. That is our challenge for this month. So I'm going to have a little think about what we do with that whilst we swatch out our supplies. So I'm going to take a single piece. There we go. I'm going to put some water in this. I will never tire of the fact that my studio has its own water and sink. Honestly, it makes life so much easier. Right, I'll put the sweet aside for now. That's not going to last very long at all. We will do the pen first because we want to check the waterproof of the pen. I know this is waterproof already. I've used these so many times. There we go. And let's start just by swatching these out as sticks. And they're very chalky. I've used these before, so I kind of know how they behave. But yeah, really chalky, really, really nice. The fact that they're square means that you can get a nice point detail if you need to, or you can get big swatches like that. In fact, let's go back and let's just get some more pigment down there, shall we? And then let's try these blues. This is very spacey. So we've got this light blue. And you got this lovely blue here. And actually, these blues are giving me an idea. And we have... Ooh, is that actually black? If not, it is very close to. It's a very, very dark colour. Take some of the pigment off my fingers because this will stain if I don't do that. I'm also getting glitter all over myself because part of my job is working as a drag queen, and I've been doing some costume stuff, so I've got glitter everywhere. Let's put a little bit of water in here. And these, they're called ink tents because the colours are very intense. And you can see the stain on the bristles there already. And I'm hardly putting any water down. In fact, let's put a little bit more. And those bristles, there we go. Look at that. So, there we go. We have our swatch colours and we have one very stained brush. Look at that. So yeah, that's just the way it is. I'm just going to put down some water. This brush needs a really good clean. I'll go over the ink. No spreading at all. Let's pick up some pigment. Ooh, that's a fun effect. Let's do that on this little wet area that we've got here. Let's make a big puddle. I'm going to take some of this red. That blooms really nicely. Let's take some of this. The other thing I like about watercolours and ink tents is that you can reactivate it and pick it up if you need to. Let's take some of this darker blue. I'm just having fun swatching these around now. So yeah, it's a pretty simple box this time. Simple in terms of there aren't a huge amount of supplies to swatch out and mix together and all that kind of stuff. The paper is, with the amount of water that I put on here, buckling slightly, but I have been very, very heavy-handed with the water. Sorry, trying to clean this brush can be an absolute nightmare. Like I said, I have, I think, an idea of what I want to do for the challenge to infinity and beyond. No, it's not Buzz Lightyear. That was the first thing that came to my mind, but I don't know. That's 2 Route 1. Let's think of something else. So I am going to take a small break, go and get a cup of tea or coffee, and then I will come back and sketch something out, and we can do the challenge for this month. Okay, I'm back. It's been a few minutes. I have a sketch that I'm now going to go ahead and ink, and here it is. So yeah, I am a massive Doctor Who fan, so I thought I'd do a TARDIS. Why not? So I am going to kind of pause here. I'm going to go away and ink with this pen. It's a single pen. I'm going to try and do as much as I can, kind of line width variation, all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to do that off screen, and I'll come back with a fully inked piece, talk you through it, and then we can go ahead and use these ink tense. It's really hard to say. I'll use the ink tense sticks to colour this all in, and we'll go from there. Okay, so fully inked up, and remembering this is a watercolour, we're going to be going lightest to darkest, and I'm just going to pick up some directly from here. There we go, and start laying it in. I am going to give myself plenty of time to let this dry between sections as well. There we go, lovely jubbly. Okay, let's give this some time to dry, and I'll be back. Okay, all done. Here we are. Yes, I did bring in a white Posca pen at the end to do some stars and some other bits. Yes, I did use other brushes other than the one that came with it, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get any detail on this at all. Everything else was as it came in the box though. And here is my issue with the Scrawler challenges, is because it is a challenge, it's limited supplies, it's always small as well because it has to fit inside the box, and we're always limited to A5 paper. I feel like I'm not able to express actually what I do in art. I mean, this is some of my actual artwork. And that I feel is what is missing from the channel, being able to dive into artwork like that a little bit deeper and give you guys proper instructional tutorial stuff. That being said though, I did enjoy this. The paint actually dries quite quickly, which is nice. The paper, as I said before, yeah, really didn't handle the water well, considering it's a watercolour paper. I know watercolour paper should be prepped, it should be stretched, it should be taped down, but for a quick challenge like this, you know, it's kind of, yeah, it's frustrating. If you didn't know how to prepare a piece of watercolour paper, I think you would find that incredibly annoying. But hey, it is what it is. That is this month's ScrawlrBox unboxed, challenge completed. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, and until next time, goodbye.